Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you just joined us, this is TMI. We are here talking about the last phase of the discussion. I have two politicians from two parties, APC and of course PDP, to throw more light on their feelings and of course their opinion on what is happening, all about fallout. And I have a PDP youth leader, a stalwart in the PDP. Join me to welcome Architect Theodos Erabo. Welcome to TMI Sunday's edition. I appreciate your comment.
Good morning. Thank you very much. And good morning to the viewers at home.
All right. And we still have Honorable Desmond Dubo here with us in the studio. Honorable, welcome to the second journey so far.
Thank you.
All right. Theodos, I want to ask you a question that may be there in the mind of so many of those citizens. How does it feel to be back in power? Without campaigning, without lobbying, without, screen of any sort? How does it feel?
I think it was good agenda for the Edo people.
Yeah.
Because once God have always have a way of protecting the Edo people against godfatherism, against all sorts of things that could truncate the happiness and peace in Edo. What happened last 2 weeks was just a divine arrangement to bring back the progressive in Edo State together again, taking it away from the old reign where agros, motor park people became the deciding factor in who becomes the governor of Edo State. And I think it's a new order, and we are ready to do everything to ensure this order stays.
All right. He says it feels good. Now, Honorable Desmond, I'm going to ask you the same question. How does it feel to be in the opposition right now in Edo State? Because for 11 years plus, you were in power, but right now you are in the opposition. How does it feel?
I don't feel so different because some of us have already feel being in opposition in the party where he was the governor. Thank God we now have our freedom now, because when you are made a captive audience in a game where you're supposed to be a major player, it makes a lot of difference. And to us, his leaving the party is good riddance to bad rubbish to we APC. We have given a sign of relief.
Watch your term now. Watch your term now, please.
You asked me how I feel.
Yeah.
I am telling you how I feel. Can you quote me out of my own feeling? It is my personal expression that I have now healed a sign of relief following his defection. And if you ask, was it a good or a bad omen? To me, it's a good riddance to bad rubbish to me as a politician and members of APC. Now, to the issue of the sanity that such development has brought to the polity of Edo State. That sit-tight syndrome, that hangers on to a position that you were collectively voted to represent the people. Now, my brother here just mentioned that the eras of Agberu, the eras of Tout and others, all that has been consigned to the dustbin of history. And that same Tout, that same Agberu, in the next stage of election that we are in now, going to woo the electorate, asking them to come and vote for you, you require the vote of those Tout, of those Agberu. No doubt if the PDP and indeed the candidate has labeled, has profiled those citizens, those who could not have the opportunity to go to school, they are now Agberu, they are now Tout. It is now their own turn and their own reaction to vote to legitimize that pronouncement or to vote against it, and to demonstrate to the people that whether you are Agberu, whether you are professor, whether you are even insane, the fact that you can go there on that day and cast your vote, your own vote is one, that of a professor is one, that of an Agberu is one. We need all of them to make the difference. They encompass the mandate that was given to you in the first place. And today, they have been paid with such ingratitude, with such devious pronouncement and labeling as Tout and Agberu. The Edo people are there to decide.
All right, I will go a little bit tough because I'm going to be asking questions that are burning the mind of Edo people. Now, Thaddeus, there was this allegation, well, I'll say speculation, that lots of money was given to your party to accept the governor, talking about Mr. Godwin Obaseki. What are your views on those speculations and rumors that talk about billions, 4 billion, 8 billion, 9 billion, and all that?
Thank God you rightly called it the right name.
I want to react to it.
Speculation and rumor. I will tell you, those words are just fallacies. Because they, from the other side, the APC, they are trying to do everything to drop the name of the governor. PDP is not a party where you come and you use money to muzzle people. PDP has been in opposition for the past 12 years, and you could see us as dedicated followers. We didn't go anywhere. We were there fighting day and night to ensure we go back to government house. During the course of that struggle, we had 2 senators, we have 4 rep members, we have assembly members in the past. So that doesn't, PDP is not a party that you can just wave to one side. PDP is not a party where people run after stomach infrastructure. PDP is a party that is reformed, where you see people that are not just majorly, that are not taking politics as a career, but politics has become something you just do on the side, while you also pursue your career. So anybody telling you that he gave us 4 billion, he gave is totally untrue. You can, at least you can, I want you to call one of the aspirants that actually stepped down for the governor to ask him this. Even one of them had to even give governor 100 million when he was also stepping down. So who, if you are giving me money, why would I give you 100 million again? Why would I donate my campaign office to you? Why would I donate my structure? I'll tell you, I'll see all this structure until you emerge. PDP has gone past what am I going to eat today? What am I going to eat tomorrow? No, that is not the case. I think that was the problem the governor had with the APC. The era where somebody will say, I need to control this guy, because of that you must give me 5 million. The era where you drive into government house and they will tell you, oh, that Jeep is your own and there's 5 million inside, drive it home. It's over. Nigeria don't even have such money to play those kind of politics anymore. If you have something to bring to the table, I know this government will assist you. I know of one of my friends in my local government. He was nobody. He was totally nobody. In 1 week, this guy bought 5 cars. He bought a house in Oromi. He's a contractor. Because he was able to sell what he's capable of doing to the governor took him in, gave him so many projects, road projects, building projects, and the guy is doing very well. Right. So, but people still want that old order where you don't bring anything to the table. Right. You just come to government house, they dig their hand into your pocket, they give you 2 million, they tell you to go. That is not the politics Edo people want. That is not the politics of progressive.
Okay, Honorable Justice Modibo, now those speculations, according to reports emanating from the APC, about money exchanging hand, that look, the money that the government refused to suck boys with, to make them suck themselves, to really make them have a stay in the party. This is what the governor is giving right now to the PDP. Take it up from there.
What you said, what you called speculation, that is emanating from APC, that is not true. APC is not the owner of Facebook. Neither is it the owner of WhatsApp and other social media page where all those informations are coming up. And for practitioners who are in the game of politics, haven't contested before, and you want somebody to step down for you, you should realize that the person must have gathered his followers before your coming. Considering the circumstances that Obaseki different from APC to PDP, when they have picked their nomination form, candidates, aspirants have picked their nomination form, they've been screened, they've been declared, awaiting primaries before his emergence as an aspirant in that platform. And the fact that one of them has even gone to court, before he went to court, he has made the public know that he has been there for the past 13 years. And now that the time is there for them to occupy that position they have been aspiring for. Somebody from nowhere just came through the back door and want to come and take from where he didn't labor for. And those things were in the public domain. And he went to court and came out with salient issues, facts, with which to stop the governor from contesting the election. And if not for this patronage, the speculation you are trying to dismiss, that money exchange hands, millions of dollars were given to aspirants. How come somebody who have gone to court will go so quickly, so easy to withdraw his case from court?
Hold it right now. You're going to continue. You're going to continue after this break.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's get to see billions speculation, billions upon billions being spent. They are here to react to it. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back.
TMI, every opinion counts.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. It's all about the build-up to Edo 2020 and, of course, the fallout of APC crisis that led to the governor of Edo State defecting to PDP. And, of course, the national chairman, his national working committee was dissolved. And many persons have been talking about this from Edo State and Nigeria, even outside the continent, have been talking about this. And I have two gentlemen here with me in the studio from opposing party, the PDP, and, of course, the APC. Honorable Desmond, you're making a point.
Yes.
But we have to go for that break. Go ahead, conclude.
Thank you very much. I said, you see, when one is dismissing such valid information as, I don't know what you call it, to the public, we are aware that the PDP conducted their congress wherein delegates were nominated that will participate in the primaries in the absence of Obaseki. And you are aware that Obaseki certificate discrepancies were first revealed by the former PDP state chairman, Dan Obi, who went to court, save for filing out of time. That was how the matter was dismissed. But the substance are yet to be proven. Even if you observe discrepancies, defection on the credentials, were premised on the disqualification of Obaseki before he went for PDP. Now, we are also told that these aspirants vowed, and we saw it on newspaper, how one of them was even threatened with 2 billion naira suit by his supporters if he stepped down for Obaseki. Ihine, who at the beginning was resolute in clinching that ticket, we saw him subsuming his interest and donated his campaign office for Obaseki. The last was the court case by Iyama. We also saw how one of the most influential governors of the PDP extract from the South, on a video that went viral, brandished and called the National Working Committee members of PDP as tax collectors. We have also seen how he threatened to withdraw his support, that he can no longer go ahead with trying to bring peace and uniting those aspirants in favor of Obaseki anymore. All these are pointed to the fact that the perceived rumor you hear that billions of naira, millions of dollars were expended is not far from the truth. And we saw how some of them grandstanded to increase whatever they are negotiating. But at the end of the day, if an aspirant, a co-aspirant in a contest that we are in, decided to step down, I must pay all that he has spent. That one is natural.
All right.
I must pay all that he has spent, and all the expenses incurred, I will foot them.
Okay, thank you.
That will enable the aspirant to come out sincerely to work for me, so that I cannot take the risk alone. And that you cannot wish away. For somebody to dismiss it, that it was just a mere insinuation, that money never exchanged. I also have friends who are in PDP.
All right, okay.
Who also alluded to the fact that for the past 30 years, they've been at home, nothing as juicy as this that they are giving. And he pleaded with me to allow him to collect. And at the end, he will tell them that this man, his ingratitude in APC cannot come and fester here.
All right.
This is because if in APC, those who labor hard, who use their own know-how to put you there as governor, you now label them as criminal and never do well. What of a party where you just cash and carry the ticket? what would be your reactions and your attitude towards the membership?
Thank you.
For another day.
Thank you. Now, he has spoken at length. He talked about you saying that these are rumors. He said they are not rumors, that these are facts. He gave an example of his friends that are in your party. They alluded to the fact that money actually exchange hands. And of course, he used the term cash and carry. Thaddeus, was it really a case of cash and carry in what transpired?
First of all, you find out who are these his friends. How close are they to power? How close are they to the leadership of PDP? Does money exchange hand on the streets? The answer is no. So for you to have somebody that, these are just hearsay, we hearsay this one. You were talking about if APC owns social media and WhatsApp. WhatsApp, Facebook are not authorized media centers. You cannot quote them. If peradventure would say, oh, Architect Thaddeus is a thief, I know ITV, I can come here, pick him up and sue him. But if you call me a thief on Facebook, who do I owe? It's not guided by law. Nothing can be done there. So if you hear any news there, it will be so childish for anybody to use that, to cite that as an authority. So I wouldn't want to go into that, because I'll be wasting my time going into a baseless rumor from a source that cannot even be held responsible. So let's leave that. But I will tell you today that what the PDP saw in Obaseki is not far-fetched. One, we saw that first, there is a man that is ready to fight godfatherism. Edo State said, we all say no to godfatherism, which you in APC also did when you perceive Aneni as a godfather. Everybody did everything to stop godfatherism. On the other hand, we cannot turn around to say, oh, when they ask Oshiomhole, what is your achievement in government? He said he was able to stop godfatherism. You can't come back and now want to be a godfather. That is what the people frowned at. That's why everybody said, okay, even if you are coming late into the party, we don't mind. And we've contested the election before with the APC. We know what it is for you to fight from opposition without a government in power. It's an uphill task. Going to an election, Izeyamu, your president candidate, was our candidate. We knew what we did. We knew all the support that we gave to him. As we speak, it's our own senatorial zone that Izeyamu won. Even in his own place, he didn't win convincingly. In Edo South, he only won one local government, which is his own local government.
But this was your testimony in 2016.
Just listen to me.
This wasn't your testimony in 2016. All right.
Let me land. But what I'm saying is that going to an election with an incumbent governor is a plus to the PDP. So the PDP saw it. Are we just going to election when the federal and state will be against you? Are we going there to just go for participation sake? Or we are going there to retain power? With who do we stand a chance of winning this election more? That's what they came with it. What they want is, oh, let's break this old order of APC with their visionless and purposeless leadership in Edo State. So when they saw a man that would take us into government, even without casting a vote, everybody surrendered. Everybody knew that, oh, going into election with the governor is going to be a win-win situation for us. First, the governor is popular. He has done a lot of projects. If you notice, anytime I come here, I don't speak about the governor, but I speak about the APC, because it was one man that was different from the rest. From the way he approaches things, the way he behaves, and all that. What I do, I'll tell you, the problem actually with APC, there was a national, where Buhari took Nigeria to the dark ages.
People may have the back to the dark ages. Many will object to that.
We all know how much was a liter of oil before Buhari came into power. How much was our dollar before Buhari came into power? How much was bag of rice before? So if I come here, you will see that all my arguments were issue based. I've never complained. The only thing I will say is that APC have failed us. And since Obaseki knew, okay, I'm with failures, and I've decided to associate with people that are progressive, and it's coming into a progressive party where you have intellect, where you have the people behind you. What does the PDP have to lose? We will have to give him ticket because we know with him is game over for the APC.
Okay.
So that's what happens. Forget about anybody telling you, oh, money has turned down. This happened to this. I'm telling you what the generality of Edo people
Okay,
know.
so you just hold on. Now, Honorable Desmond, for what he said APC, they failed. That is the reason why Governor Obaseki chose to pitch 10 to the PDP, and he also said that he never spoke against the governor, but it's against the party, that the party, your party, seems to be the problem. So
you and I know that he has spoken largely against Obaseki and APC in time past.
Okay, can you tell me one of them? Just call one.
Hold on. That's how you react. Just hold on, you react.
You see, there is no way the rain will fall without the earth knowing it. When he mentioned the issue of trying to dismiss the fact that what you see on social media, that all of them are fake. The same social media they are relying on to pass information to the public of what is happening. Even the just concluded primaries of APC were largely televised, publicized through the social media. And that, to tell you that it's economical with the truth on the issue of the advantage social media has over dissemination of information. The governor, you are aware, before he jumped the ship, appointed over 400 SSA on social media, all with a bid to gauge the public, present half-truth, and distort the information, just to confuse the people rather than convincing them. I think in the context that is alluding to, trying to paint APC, that APC has failed. Yes, there is no way to him APC has failed him, because APC never did what he expected APC to do by giving them the state treasury to devolve. Now, the same man who has preached much against PDP, and their leadership is now with PDP. He's now asking PDP now to go and tell the public that yes, what I said about you those days is true. That is why you see them in unison with me. You see, in politics, there is something about propaganda. There is something about the real message for the people. Propaganda cannot be taken away from the game of politics. And it is targeted at gullible minds. Before they realize what is happening, the real thing must have happened, and they have participated in it legitimately. In the game of politics of Edo State as it currently stands, APC is in a vital position to take over and retain the seats of governors in Edo State. Reason being that when Obaseki contested in 2016, recall, it is not for the popularity of APC in Edo State that added to that victory, but the fact that we have a federal, because most of the messages that Adams Oshomole and APC used in convincing the people was that if you vote and continue as a government in the state to complement the federal government, when there is that synergy, there can be development back at home. And that was the focal point. Today, they are talking about power of incumbency. They should go and ask Ekiti, former governor, Ayo Fayose, when the governorship election was conducted, the way and manner he was dealt with accordingly. Your power as a governor rests within the state, and that of the federal supersede them all. But that is not a threat.
Because I want to ask that question. If you are threatening the party,
That's a threat already.
are you threatening the party?
That is not a threat.
All right.
That Honorable Desmond Igbo said this today does not make me liable to the reality that will happen tomorrow, because it has become a recurring decimal, and that is the practice in this climate as a country, considering the level of our political development. And that when we use the power of incumbency, knowing fully well that you just left your own party now, and you now pitched with an opposition, you remain opposition within the contest. Reason being that the very instruments of winning, the very ingredients of winning that saw you emerging as a governor, you did not take up to about 15% along with you to your newfound lovers. And the Edo people You talked about godfatherism. There are no people who detest godfatherism in the past, and Nigerians who are fighting tooth and nail to consign godfatherism to the dustbin of history also recognize the fact that in whatever you do, there is godfather. When your godfather is from within your own interest, it is not a godfather. It is your own method. But when somebody who is not from your political party, who is not from your interest, is trying to cajole you, to misdirect you, or to lure you into decisions ordinarily that you will not have your own senses to take, that will amount to godfatherism.
All right.
So, in the context of human existence, there is nowhere you cannot have godfatherism.
Okay.
In your place of worship, among the pastors,
Thank
they
you.
know that they have godfather.
Thank you.
Among the man, they have godfather.
Thank
Even
you.
among his political inclination, he has a godfather. That
All right.
one is his leader. He relies on some leader to give him information.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Desmond Odubo.
Your godfather.
Thank you, Honorable Desmond Odubo. Our time is up. Our time is up. You're going to use 1 minute each to summarize your point. This discussion is a continuum because so many things are coming up because of this crisis in the APC. Well, Architect Thedus, somewhat of the PDP, you have 1 minute to summarize. What do you think will be the next move of the PDP to really get Dennis Osadebe Avenue come September?
Okay, let me just start from his insinuation. I've never said that social media is not a way to disseminate information. As it is the only way where most young people, they get information. But as somebody that is educated, you must always look at the authority. If you say PDP used it, yes, you see under publicity secretary who sign, that is an authentic information. Not when somebody sits in the comfort of his house, send message without anybody signing, without any authority backing it, and you are using it as a form of information. Yes, social media is important, but it must come from an authorized source so that you can hold it as an information. That's what I want. And secondly, let me tell you, going to the election, he knows that Edo Central is fully PDP. We have never lost Edo Central. And during PDP against APC, Izeyamu Obaseki, Izeyamu won Edo Central convincingly. In my local government, we won with over 11,000 votes. This time, Edo Central have resolved. We are giving Obaseki 100% of our votes. Secondly, Edo South, where the governor is from, he has done marvelously well. Drive to Airport Road, you see old Secretariat building, you see court building, that high court building, you see structures being renovated. Going to the schools, those are things that will speak for Obaseki. Iyekogba housing estate, I have a plot of land there. As at when I bought it last 3 years, it was 1.8 million. When Obaseki just started the road through that place, the land became 8 million naira. Going into election, if Obaseki hadn't come to PDP, it would have been very difficult for the PDP. A lot of PDP people were already having nothing that sentiment against him. And right now, he has the people, and PDP is also with him. I think the election as a walkover.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. See the election as a walkover. 1 minute, Honorable Desmond Odubo, 1 minute.
APC is very happy that Obaseki has gone to the other side. Because of his unperishable nature of a politician. You know, no perishable goods go to market the second time and retain its market value. APC has demonstrated over time that we are dominant here. Edo Central will vote APC for the sake of Pastor Osagie Izeyamu. Edo North now, thank God that APC has nominated the person of Ganiyu Audu as a deputy running mate to Izeyamu. And that is the first in the history of Christian and Muslim ticket. Right. And that in itself will also speak volume in the final political permutation.
Thank you.
And I want to assure Edo people that the Moses you see today, the Egypt you see today, you see them no more.
Thank you.
And thank God that APC from top to bottom have resolved their differences. We are good to go now.
You still have two secretariats.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Our time is up. You've heard them. People are like wondering what is going to happen to the House of Assembly, talking about the Edo State House of Assembly. These are the questions that would have come up, but due to time constraint. And of course, what happens to the councillors, the chairman? Are they going to defect? What are they really doing in the party? What about the federal might and of course the state might? You know, so many intrigues. Hold on, because right now, 4 years ago, one party was Egypt and one party is Canaan or Israel. Now there's a swap, which is now the Egypt and which is now the promised land. And the people really, really want to know, well, it's all about you, Edo citizens. You have to do the right thing. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your wonderful analysis. Tomorrow will be another day for TMI. And of course, Sonojiko Kosu will be standing by. Bye for now.